actually am I going to be taking a look at Greg Doucette's website and in a recent stream, and also Frank Tufano. So I'm going to take a look at both of these men's YouTube channel and their websites. Okay, so you're better off listening to me when it comes to health fitness advice. That's not saying that Frank Tufano sucks, but I'm second to none. I'm the best health fitness influencer available on YouTube for free. Okay, and uh, I've been talking about in recent streams about Greg Doucette's scam test. I mean, Turkesterol. Did I say scam test? Turkesterol. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So I was punched myself in the face 600 times for looks maxing before licensing. That might be a little bit confused. That's a joke. Don't follow these people out of the looks maxing, like clavicular and these other ridiculous people that get all these surgeries and stuff. I have to say this: I haven't stayed up on the loop with the Frank Tufano why he started getting the surgeries and stuff. If he had an actual problem with like he's seeing weird or something, but I do believe I've said it before and I stand by it. It gives the impression people that are doing these extreme surgeries that they have insecurities. And it's possible. Insecurity doesn't mean that you suck. Frank Tufano, I think he used to be quite handsome. Okay. It used to be. It's really gonna hurt if you watch this. So it's like it's a poor. He's not like a super ugly guy, and he never was. So I don't know if he got into something where it's like he's unhappy with himself, or it's like I can improve, I want to look better, and he got into the clavicular mindset of like doing whatever it takes and getting tabernized and all this stuff. Okay. So anyway, his support. Yeah. So here's what I want to get in this video. What is the workload here? What am I going to deliver? I'm going to take a look at Greg Doucette's YouTube channel to get the link to his website. And I'm going to show you what I've talked about before, how I don't recommend the turkesterol. And I stand by what I've said, that Greg Doucette is scammy, okay? He overhypes his supplement turkesterol. That's my opinion. He overhypes it. Whereas like, yeah, I will do all this for you. You'd be better off spending that money on vitamin C supplements. You'd be better off, and I've looked at a few videos for like brief research where people go get into Greg Doucette's turkesterol, other YouTubers, and it's like they have a money back guarantee and they sell you it's these many capsules, which is not a month supply if you take it this much. So and the refund is this or whatever. Here's the point. To be fair with him, I found a supplement on his website that seems decent to me. Okay. And it's a Delta supplement. So you're better off if you want to spend money on supplements from Greg Doucette buying the Delta one, as far as I'm concerned. That's a better investment. What you're getting, investment money sent to Greg Doucette versus supplement value ratio is going to be higher for the Delta supplement. And it had ashwagandha and L-theanine and some other things. Did you know that ashwagandha lowers cortisol, the stress hormone? And if you know what I know, you know that high cortisol in men is one of many things that can make a man have low T. If cortisol gets high and stays high, you have too high cortisol too much of the time, your testosterone levels can decline. Ashwagandha lowers cortisol by being an adaptogen. So ashwagandha being an adaptogen lowers your cortisol, the stress hormone. And if cortisol is too high, it can give you low T. It can lower your T. Other things that lower T is what I always talk about. The high sugar diet, sugar lowers testosterone, gives inflammation. And people that have peak knowledge, competence like I do, who truly understand health fitness, it's pretty simple. It all boils down, all my advice teach you how to be stronger, fitter, healthier. It's gonna, if people look at the advice that I give, it's going to end up lowering inflammation in people that take the advice bodies. Less sugar. What sugar? Oxidative stress inducing pro-inflammatory substance. Consuming sugar gives inflammation. And my protocol, my advice is always eat less sugar. What's other things I've been talking about? Stop using all these toxic chemical hiding home cleaning products you use and switch to natural alternatives. What are all these toxic chemical hiding home cleaning products? They induce oxidative stress inflammation in the body. Chemical toxins, all these chemical toxic hydrogen paintballs people are using, gives inflammation. Part of my protocol is supplement with vitamin C. What is vitamin C? Anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. So Here we go. Here we go. And I would say, if you're looking for testosterone improvement, you're looking to improve your health with supplements. It's like you're halfway there. If you see the value, it's like, I believe I can improve my health fitness with supplements. Now, I can help you by cutting some corners, cutting out the time. Yeah, here's the supplements you should invest in: vitamin C, regular and liposomal, and other supplements. So anyway, let's get into it. We're going to watch some videos and look at the websites. And since I talked about this in the recent stream, how I consider Greg said scam testosterone to be a scam supplement, I stand by that. Because if you look at how he markets it, he's overhyping it. And you're better off buying other supplements for your money. If you're looking to, like most bang for your buck, money spent on supplements to benefit ratio, you're better off spending it on vitamin C, liposomal vitamin C, regular vitamin C, liposomal vitamin C, B complex, this, that, and the other thing, D3, K2. And if like you're a diehard Doucette supporter, well, the supplements on his website, according to me, are a better investment for your health fitness than the Turkesterone, which he seems to be pushing hard. Remember, I'm an uncontrolled influencer, and most health fitness influencers are shells. The deep state control. So they're not really looking out for you. They work for the deep state. They want you weak and unhealthy. They're not looking to give you enough quality advice. Because they work for the deep state, the influencers, health fitness influencers. They want a high sugar diet. They want to have low T. They want to sick and tired. So they're not gonna be allowed by the deep state to be super high quality, even if they wanted to, in the health fitness advice, because that would defeat the purpose. So anyway, we're gonna get into start with Frank Tufano. Okay, start with Frank Tufano. Here we go. Frank Tufano. He uploaded a short the other day. Frank Tufano. Frank Tufano. Short. So the Frank Tufano lord seems that he got botched by Taban allegedly, and then he ran to Japan and had some surgery there. Okay. And maybe you're less likely to have a surgeon do a bad job in Japan because part of Japanese culture is like pride in your profession and not being a scammer. And like that, a big part of identity is like being honorable and doing a good job and like doing a quality job at whatever you're doing. If you're a baker, a sushi chef, or a person selling tea, it's like they have more of like a culture of, it's like, I'm a surgeon, I gotta do the best job possible. So here's Frank Tufano, and we're gonna look for the video and watch it here. Neck injury for.
So my pain's been even worse since October when I jacked up my neck in this car accident.
Okay, here's another thing I can teach people. Uh, Inflammation and pain go hand in hand, oxidative stress inflammation. So people are health fitness experts like me know that oxidative stress inflammation ages you. Oxidative stress and disease, aka inflammation, go hand in hand. So all of my health fitness coaching, it boils down to lower inflammation, even when I don't market like that. It's not that my protocol to lower inflammation body. The advice, less sugar, mitigate exposure, reduce your daily toxin exposure by replacing some of this toxic chemical, inflammatory, oxidative stress inducing toxic chemical clean products, switch to natural alternatives. All the advice, take vitamin C, which is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. The advice boils down to lowering inflammation, which most people have too much of. And more inflammation makes you age faster. It makes you disease and oxidative stress inflammation go hand in hand. So anyway, if there's a connection between pain and inflammation. So the more inflammation you have, the more pain sensitive you are. So also, if you have soreness, low level pain in your wrist or anywhere from exercising, that's indicating inflammation in the area where you feel sore. Okay. If you do martial arts and you have soreness in your shoulders and wrists the day after and knees or something like this, that indicates that you have high inflammation in these areas, above baseline, like really high. And sports recovery, part of it take vitamin C, which is well distributed. So that's lowering inflammation from the inside and out. So if someone goes, I got a sore wrist or something like this, it's not, oh, I see it or something like this. No, it's going to be address the inflammation problem that you have and lower inflammation. One of the most important supplements I recommend is vitamin C as a pre, mid, post workout. It aids recovery. Vitamin C is an anti-inflammatory antioxidant that has good distribution. It crosses the blood-brain barrier. So people that have brain inflammation are concerned about, I think I got inflammation in my brain. They need to get the anti-inflammatory vitamin C in there. And you take vitamin C, it crosses the blood-brain barrier, and whatever vitamin C is, it's low inflammation. So if you, especially if you had a concussion or something like this, I would recommend you take serious vitamin teach about vitamin C supplementation. Because the thing is this, some supplements are marketed as having a high ORAC value, like this thing has a high antioxidant capacity, but it doesn't have good distribution. It won't get everywhere it needs to. Whereas vitamin C has a small size, like the speck, the grain, like the molecule, whatever, how small it is, makes it reach everywhere. So if you have inflammation in here, you take vitamin C, gets into bloodstream, and anywhere your blood is transported, the vitamin C is cleared with it and lowers inflammation. So if vitamin C gets everywhere, it's like it gets in here, it gets everywhere, and it lowers inflammation. So there's a connection between inflammation and pain, and the more pain you have, the more inflammation you have, which is why common big pharma drugs, which I'm not recommending to take, NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or what's that? Painkillers like ibuprofen. It lowers pain, and it's an anti-inflammatory, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. Okay, and I'm not. That's not part of the culture. I'm not saying take it, but it's facts about ibuprofen. Now, part of my health fitness course is, oh, just take ibuprofen for health. No, it's take natural, safe, and effective supplements to lower inflammation. So, Frank Tufano made a video, neck injury from car accident. He has an injury, he has inflammation in his neck, which is why he has pain in his neck.
Before the migraines were horrendous enough. Now, like my neck is jammed because my airbag did not deploy.
And me, by the way, I've been dealing with neck pain and stiffness for many, many years. And I got to a point where it's like, oh, the neck pain is gone. Yeah, for what I've been doing. I'm a Christian, so I pray to God. So a lot of times, uh, when I have a problem, and it might look like I get to a point where I say, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go around having neck pain and stiffness for the rest of my life. Kind of looks like that's how it's gonna be. But I have faith and pray to God for healing, and I end up having improvement. Now, here's a lot of retarded baby Christians that haven't had a sense of exercise to discern the truth. They're like little babies. They're like over. It's like they think it's like if I tell them I've been taking vitamin C, I've been doing this stretch and that helped. It's oh, but then it's not God because it's like, are you retarded? A lot of Christians are fucking retarded because like they have a health problem and like allergies, let's say, or they just pray, and it's like they're waiting for God to snap the fingers and supernaturally remove the problem. Okay, what if the allergies are caused by your lifestyle? But the reason you have allergies or look and feel sick and tired is because you're vitamin C deficient. Okay, you lack knowledge, you haven't been supplementing, you're deficient in vitamin C, you've been eating too much sugar, and this and that. Do you think God's just going to be, oh, just remove the problem? No. So how I see God operate in my life is like I have neck pain, I pray to God, and then in my intuition that I have the Holy Spirit, and in my life where God can make things show up and help me to find things online, um, I end up doing natural things to deal with it. Now that doesn't mean that God can't work with supernatural healing, but in my experience, how I've had like miraculous dramatic healing of things is praying to God, and then God blessed me with health, fitness, wisdom, insight that shows me what I must do in the natural. Okay, you need to take more vitamin C, eat less sugar. Okay, take this other supplement, and that I do, and I see improvement. So, anyways, neck injury from car accident.
And I hit my head on the steering wheel, which like
Yeah, so you have oxidative stress inflammation, neural inflammation, and I'm gonna tell Frank the phone about some things you should be doing. Well, first of all, you should cut down on the sugar if you didn't already. Aim to stay below 200 grams of sugar per day. The closer to zero, the better, because sugar gives inflammation, which means it's exacerbating any problem that you have uh, with inflammation anywhere. If you have an injury, I have the knowledge to teach people how to heal faster from injuries, look and feel better. So um, if you're vitamin C deficient, wounds will heal slower, broken bones will heal slower. I'm an expert in teaching recovery for athletes too. from injuries and exercising and things like this. So
Like,
neck injury.
I mean, hitting my head on the steering wheel wasn't the problem. It's like when the accident happened, my neck jerked, and I
Yeah, which means you have rather your brain, and you have not just pain. Your brain is numb, so you don't have the same nerves in the brain. Okay, so you can have a high amount of brain inflammation while having a headache, like pain in the brain. See, they can do surgery on the brain without anesthesia, I believe, because the brain doesn't have the same nerve endings as your fingertips have, for example. Now, you can have high inflammation in the brain and you could have a headache too. But it's not like if you don't have pain in your brain, that means you don't have inflammation there. So, since your brain has been rattled and you have pain in your neck, the same injury caused neck pain, rapid acceleration, deceleration of your cranium, put some strain on your neck, and you're going to have some brain inflammation. You can count on that your neuroinflammation went up. And I recommend that you cut down on the sugar, you take vitamin E, you take vitamin C, you take niacinamide, vitamin B3. You make a also omega-3 fish oil, which you might have on your supplement store. We'll take a look. Okay. And yeah, vitamin C, vitamin E, NAC, N-acetylcysteine, ALA, alpha-lipoic acid, omega-3 fish oil, how those, and cut down the sugar, get as close to 0 grams sugar per day because it's giving you inflammation. And when you have an injury, you eat sugar, it gives you more inflammation, makes it worse. Interferes with healing, exacerbate the injury
don't know.
because the injury is oxidative stress.
It's been hurting since the accident back in October, and there was an active recall on that vehicle for those airbags. So I
Yeah. So this is Frank Defoe's website, and it's like I always said, drink your Kool-Aid. It's like here, he actually has a good vitamin C supplement, ascorbic acid, 500 milligrams, and that's what I've been teaching people what a good vitamin C supplement is. Well, all these years I've been ranting away about vitamin C supplementation being so important. I've said don't take effervescence, don't take STC, no, okay, don't not tablets. You want pure ascorbic acid in capsules, which means how to know if it's a good vitamin C supplement. If you find something that looks promising, either capsules or loose powder, you check the back to see that it has only ascorbic acid as the only ingredient. That means it's pure. So all of the recommendation when I talk about vitamin C supplementation, it's pure ascorbic acid, either in capsules or you buy the powder in bulk and make a vitamin C water. That's a big ask for a lot of people to do that. Uh, so Frank Tufano's vitamin C supplement looks okay in terms of ingredients. Ascorbic acid, 500 milligrams, half a gram. And I recommend you to take a lot of that, of your own supplement, ascorbic acid. I also looked at Frank Tufano's multivitamin, and it's good, as far as I can tell. Unless it's undeclared ingredients in like baby's blood or something, it's the females told to put it there. Okay, but it's like goat hair and baby's blood or something like this to keep him off his back. And then he didn't put enough in it, and they made him have a car accident. I don't know, but it's the point. Um, yeah, so I looked at his multivitamin. That also looks good to me. Why? I've been teaching for years. Most people have high iron and calcium, too high as far as I'm concerned. So you don't hear me recommending. I'm all about megadosis supplements. You hear that about me. And if you see my supplement, my videos, when I take some, I take a lot more, and people think I'm crazy because they're fucking crazy and ignorant and deceived. So they think that people that take enough take too much. Okay, because they be deceived by the matrix system into believing this is how much you need, never more. So people that take adequate amounts or close to it, it's too much. Or you're taking too little. So that's the point. I've been recommending people to. You haven't been hearing recommending multivitamins because they have iron and calcium, and most people have too much iron and calcium, and you exacerbate that problem if you put more in you. So you can detox iron by over time by just sweating and okay, by just sweating, you're pushing out iron. So if you stop putting iron into your body, Eventually, you can go from having too much to having too little. We're not talking about medical crisis where you should seek medical help. We talk about, I believe, the average person has too much iron to a point where it's bad for the health. And I don't recommend putting more in your body. So I checked this before, and I would say this is a better supplement, multivitamin, than 90% of supplements on the market. Really good. Why? Because most multivitamins, it's hard to find a multivitamin. More than 90% of multivitamins in the market in Sweden, America have iron, copper, and calcium in them, which are not things I recommend supplementing with. Iron and calcium. And look at this K2, D3. It has a non-petty pathetic amount, like a decent amount of vitamin D3, 2,500 IUs, vitamin C, 100 milligrams. And I recommend you buy if you're shopping, if you get your supplements bought on Frank Tufanos, don't think that because the multivitamin has ascorbic acid in it that you're getting all you need. It has only 100 milligrams, which is mostly to keep the vitamin C fresh and get a little bit of vitamin C. It keeps the supplement fresh, the other ingredients, protect them from oxidizing and losing potency. And so multivitamins, and as I said, is if you have multivitamin, it has some ascorbic acid in there, don't say, oh, I'm getting my vitamin C every day. It's like mostly that's keeping the supplement fresh, the other ingredients. They add ascorbic acid to a lot of food stuff as a preservative to enhance the shelf life and keep things from going bad. So I recommend you to get if you're buying supplements from Frank Farm's website, I recommend you to buy the vitamin C as well. Don't think that you're getting enough vitamin C from the multivitamin. But the multivitamin, in my honest opinion, it's good. It's better than 90% of multivitamins in the market. Why? Because it doesn't iron calcium in it. Then it has K2, D3, vitamin C, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, and B12. And no iron, no calcium. So uh, I would recommend Frank to phone. If you ask me, hey Mike, how much? I'd say take 3 of these a day, Frank, and take 11 grams per minimum of vitamin C. Okay, regular. The ascorbic acid, you can calculate that. And here's the general rule of thumb: if you aim for a certain 10 grams vitamin C per day, half the number of grams is the amount of doses, number of doses. So if Frank defines, I'm going to get 10 grams of vitamin C per day, you divide those 10 grams into these 5 doses, spread out throughout the day evenly. Okay. Now this is not for every problem. I'm talking to Frank Tufano, looking for my health fitness advice. I'm saying 11 grams per minimum of ascorbic acid per day, in conjunction with sugar reduction. So the decrease in the sugar intake, less than 20 grams per day, and as close to 0 grams, the better. And you're getting more healing effect from those grams of vitamin C.
I don't know if I'm gonna get compensated at all for this, but it's just like heading on.
Also, as I have a consult, I called Dr. Taban before making this video, and he said that his recommendation is to take 11 grams of arsenic per day too, okay, for your health. That's a joke.
Top of all the pain and all the nonsense.
I wonder if I call Dr. Taban. I'm gonna ask the guy, I go, hey, you give me $500 and I make a video for the Looks Max and people tell they say I was an ugly guy before I went to Dr. Taban and this is his work. I was like, give $500. So I could like the shield for Dr. Taban. This is the best. This is you see this handsome face and it always looked like this. I had like a beta face at I met Dr. Taban. He gave me this feature. That's the joke. The guy is to the side. So this is all like built in from the factory. This is all from the factory standard issue. So Frank Tufano. Let's go to Greg Doucette now. Greg Doucette. Yeah, so basically, Frank Tufano, all jokes aside, here's my recommendation to you. Awareness is key. You have inflammation, you have pain in your neck, you have some pain in your head, you have inflammation. So you need to double down on living healthy. It's not going to make it worse by living healthier, okay? So less sugar, Frank, more vitamin C, Here's other supplements recommended to take on top of the vitamin C. Vitamin E, NAC, N-acetylcysteine, ALA, alpha-lipoic acid, and no junk. Stay off the sugar if you really want heal. Omega-3 fish oil, high dose as well. So let's go to Greg. Greg Doucette. Greg Doucette. Greg Doucette.
In my opinion, that doesn't really seem that extreme to me. It
Now,
seems very
here's another thing. Greg Doucette said that he thinks clavicular one is how the videos is like a 7 or 8 or something like this in the trackless scale. I'm like an 8 plus 9 maybe. Clavicular is like a 2, 3. He looks weird. So that shows that he's delusional and or dishonest. Which is, notice how this is apparent. If I say something, it's true. Okay. So clavicular is maybe a 3. He looks just weird.
logical.
Yeah, in his opinion.
So anyway, I don't recommend Greg Doucette's skim testosterone supplement. Now, in a stream like this, I went and I did some research, looked at his website, and there is a supplement that looks good to me there. That looks less scammy. Well, I know health fitness, and I know what supplements are powerful, what ingredients are like not bullshit ingredients, okay? And overhyped. He's got a supplement as ashwagandha, L-theanine, things that I take daily. L-theanine, ashwagandha, magnesium, things like this. So we're gonna look here. He's gotten NAC, blood work NAC. Hold on. Okay, he's got NAC and cysteine, which is something I recommend. So I like to be fair on this, meaning I made a great research for good reason, and I'm right in what I'm saying. There's overhyping the scam test. I mean, testosterone. Uh, and so he's got to do all this for. It's like that. No, no. Uh, Testosterone is not that important, and he does overhype it, where he makes it sound like it's gonna be like roots pretty much for his testosterone. Now there are supplements he's got on his website that are legit and really powerful, important, like NAC and cysteine. That's been the mainstay of mine. This is something that I make those personally. I go about 1,200 milligrams of NAC per day, and yeah, so NAC is a supplement that if you would push that in his videos and uh, every video NAC, that's not going to be as scammy, see? Because NAC, I know NAC is a powerful, potent supplement. Lowers inflammation, oxidative stress, has detox benefits. So especially people that have been heavy drinkers, somebody is looking to heal the liver, like somebody's like an ex-alcoholic, Christmas gift for your father, somebody if he's a heavy drinker, used to be. Uh, it has benefit for the liver it's really good. N-acetylcysteine NAC, he's got 600 milligrams per capsule, 60 capsules. So you could take 2 of those per day, totaling 1,200 milligrams of NAC per day to be a month's supply, which is not pathetic. It's enough to make a difference. There's some people like me that like to get 1,200 plus per day. But if you buy the supplement to take one neck in the morning, one neck at night, 600 milligrams per capsule, 60 capsules, that'd be a month's supply of 1,200 milligrams neck per day. So, meaning that's a better investment than buying testosterone. If you're looking to buy supplements from Greg Doucette, you're better off ordering his neck or the Delta supplement that I looked at before. If you're looking for like money sent to Greg Doucette versus value of the supplement sent to you ratio, like how much you're spending to what you're getting in terms of quality and effect of the supplement. The ratio is going to be high with the neck. The ratio is going to be high with the Delta. So supplements. Let's see what else we got. Now talk to the doctor before starting to take any supplements or medications. Okay, this is pure content. Look at the supplement website. Give my thoughts and opinions. So I looked at this before. Delta Sleep, magnesium, which is part of my protocol for all these years when I give a basic list of supplements. Supplements I recommend all human adults to take. It's been vitamin C, magnesium, niacin, B complex, D3, and K2, and omega 3. So magnesium is one of the top 5 supplements. Like if I go of all the supplements, what are the most important ones to take? I recommend every human adult to get on a basic protocol, get these supplements daily, not pathetic amounts, okay? But it significant sufficient amounts or as close to sufficient as possible. Magnesium is one of them. So he's got magnesium in this supplement as magnesium oxide. And on topic of that, when I recommend magnesium, you hear me say multi-magnesium or combo, meaning I recommend a magnesium supplement that combines 2 or more forms of magnesium. It's not only magnesium citrate or magnesium biglycinate. There's a solo, just one type of magnesium. I recommend you get a multi-magnesium supplement. As a magnesium supplement that combines 2 or more forms of magnesium. A complex, so-called. 2 plus forms. It's got magnesium, 1 capsule, 66.7 milligrams of magnesium. 3 capsules giving you 200 milligrams. Ashwagandha, 133.3 milligrams. L-theanine, 100 milligrams. Melatonin. In Sweden, he couldn't sell this because melatonin is a prescription. You had to go to the doctor and have a doctor prescribe you melatonin. You can't go to the pharmacy over the counter. Things like ibuprofen and antihistamines, you can get them in Sweden over the counter. But melatonin is one of the things you need a prescription for it. So you couldn't sell this in Europe, at least not in Sweden. L-theanine, that's one of the supplements that I take. So this is his sleep aid supplement. I'm just looking at it, it's kind of interesting. So ashwagandha and L-theanine are calming supplements. Magnesium has a calming effect too. And it's like paradoxical effects where niacinamide energizes people. It can also help people that are too tense and worked up to calm down. Magnesium, people who are magnesium deficient can have low energy. And supplement magnesium can both help energize people who are fatigued and help relax people who are over energetic in a certain way, meaning stressed and anxious and tense. Ashwagandha, like if you would sell an ashwagandha supplement as a solo one, if it does already, or he's got this with multi supplement that has ashwagandha as an ingredient, one of many. Ashwagandha is like, if he was ranting about ashwagandha can boost your testosterone, it would feel less scammy to me because I know that ashwagandha lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. And one of the many things that can lower my testosterone is high cortisol. If a man has high cortisol, the stress hormone, if you feel stressed, stress is a physiological state. It's not a feeling, a ghost in your head that a psychologist has to talk out of your head, and that's the only thing you can do. If you're stressed, anxious, that's a physiological state. It's high cortisol, high adrenaline, high blood pressure above baseline, high cortisol. So it's like if somebody is stressed and anxious, that means that they have high cortisol, high blood pressure, high adrenaline, and a higher heart rate. See? And if you be at a doctor's office, they ask you, how do you feel? I feel stressed. And they would test, oh, you have a high heart rate, above resting heart rate. It's like that will be matching a stressed person, would check your pulse, okay, and the blood pressure. And if they would measure your cortisol somehow, it will show high cortisol. Meaning you, when you're not stressed, I'm relaxed, measure cortisol, blood pressure, adrenaline level, heart rate, is going to be lower than you if you're stressed. Okay. So ashwagandha has been one of the supplements I've recommended for a long time. Now, it's not on the basic list of supplements. It's like first and search most important. The basic protocol I recommend people to take is vitamin C, magnesium, niacin, B complex, D3, and K2, and omega 3. And then this optimization was like, if you get on that, hopefully you warm up the idea of taking supplements because you'll be persuaded by results. I'll take the Mike Saha 6 supplement list daily for 30 days. And a lot of people that did, they will notice that it's like, yeah, I noticed a difference benefit. I notice improvement in how I look and feel, some kind of difference. And most likely then you'll be more warmed up to like the potency of supplements, and maybe then we get into optimization. You got the basic list down. Now, if you want to have more improvement, let's get into optimization. Maybe add L-theanine, ashwagandha, NAC, ALA, and some other things. So, ashwagandha lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and high cortisol can lower testosterone, which is at least one way that ashwagandha can end up raising my testosterone. Because if you walk around and have too much stress, high cortisol, your testosterone is going to decline. And if you take ashwagandha, it lowers cortisol, uh, thereby protect your testosterone from declining from high cortisol. So yeah, now I would say this: the prices. I do believe. I feel also like it's scary because it's like if I want to have therapeutic effect, I need therapeutic amounts of ashwagandha and this. So some of his supplements look like they're. This feels a bit scary. Where it's like you kind of overpriced. So my recommendation would be lower the prices. And what else? People are looking to improve their health fitness. I recommend you get 6 grams of regular vitamin C per day divided into 3 doses, 2 grams 3 times per day, and 1 liposomal vitamin C sachet per day, 1 lipo C. 6 plus 1, that's a complete protocol. And you can whine and cry. People, Christians from abroad, break out of whining bitches about the sick and tired and stuff. Yeah, bitch, you could have been listening to me all this year. You've been looking feeling better. So you've had opportunity to have quality cancer could have helped you prevent health problems, look, feel better, and you've been blind and choosing to not take me seriously as you should have, and you're suffering the consequences. You could have been prospering mentally and physically. So, yeah, whatever is the point. Uh, in summary, my commentary on Greg Doucette and Frank Tufano. Frank Tufano has a good multivitamin supplement. Good. I'm not saying every little detail like I'm not measuring the marketing, like the look of the supplement and the price, but the ingredients. Okay, a multivitamin. What do you get in the multivitamin? Ingredients are good, and there's not iron in there. There's no calcium put in it. So Frank Tufano's multivitamin looks decent to me. Decent plus, I say it's good. It's going to be better than 90% of supplements, multivitamin supplements on the market. Gregor said scamtesterone. It's overhyped. It's scammy. He's overselling it. He's overhyping the testosterone, aka scamtesterone, is what I call it personally. And you're better off if you're going to order for Greg Doucette, ordering his ashwagandha or his neck or the Delta one. Look into that if you're going to be ordering supplements from. So that's my honest. Notice how he's like, oh, I don't like Greg Doucette that much. So he's like, now I'm going to say all his supplements suck, but just to hurt him or something like this, or try to. No, it's like he's got some supplements that have good ingredients. Now, the testosterone is a scam, as far as I'm concerned, because it's overhyping it. So I'm gonna finish up. This could be the end of the video. And I flexed so much that my back muscles popped out and broke the chair. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up. This could be the end of the video. And it's not impossible. It's like if there's any profession, if I get to have my own business in the future, if I'm able to get to being meaningfully self-employed, meaningfully self-employed, it's like the obvious is that we'll be getting into some supplements. Mike's vitamin C or something like this. I gotta finish up some better video. Um, Frank Tufano, you need to make a dose. You need to, here's my advice for you to heal, okay? You need to lower inflammation in your body, Frank. Frank, cut here his advice. Frank Tufano, here's my advice to you. You need to, you need to lower inflammation in your body. How to lower inflammation? By reducing how many things you put on and into your body and into your environment to give you inflammation. So mainly sugar, okay? Get as close to 0 grams of sugar per day because it's giving inflammation, which means if you have pain, injuries, or it's making it worse. It's slowing down how fast you're healing. It's hurting you. So less sugar, as close to 0 grams as possible. more anti-inflammatory supplements, Frank. Vitamin C, vitamin E, NAC. And remember what I've been teaching in my videos. It's not that just, oh, I take the whole bottle of vitamin C in one go. So for this, if you're gonna take more, then a lot of people tell you should. And I'm not saying take the whole bottle of vitamin C, but like if you're like Frank, I'm gonna take 10 grams per day. You don't take 10 grams one time. You divide. My rule of thumb, teach vitamin C supplementation, megadosing, is if somebody picks a certain amount, I'm gonna get 10 grams vitamin C per day. You divide it to 5 doses. So it's always the gram number of vitamin C per day. Half of that is the number of doses. As a simple rule of thumb. So if somebody's going for 10 grams vitamin C per day, it's gonna be 5 doses divided to 5 doses. My 6 gram per day recommendation is going to be 3 doses. So 6 grams per day, 2 grams 3 times per day. So I got to finish up. Nothing I've said, disclaimer time. Nothing I've said in this video is to be taken as medical advice information. It's not intended to, or run by one have to do this. It's not intended to replace the care of a licensed physician. It's not intended to replace or supplant the care of a licensed physician. This is just my personal belief and opinion about things. How much supplement somebody. All this is my personal belief and opinion. Talk to a doctor, a licensed physician, before making any changes to diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and medication. Talk to a doctor before starting or stopping to take any supplements and medications. Talk to a doctor before making any changes to diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and medication. Okay, that's gonna be the end of the video. And okay, that's all. Finishing up, that's gonna be the end of the video. Bye.